Saan galing yung isda, be? Saan galing yung isda? Saan galing yung malaking isda? Saan? Dito mismo? Yan, yan? Sino kumuha? Kayo? Kayo ang kumuha? Galing naman. Ibig sabihin madami pa isda dito, kuya? Galing naman. Patingin nga, be.
Ito po.
Yan.
Okay.
Ang malaki naman yan. Araw-araw kayo nangingisda? Kailan lang? Renta sa bangka. Magkano magrenta sa bangka pag magpapaikot? Wala. Magkano po? Usually magkano binabayad sa bangka? Pero kung isang tao lang sasakay, maliit na bangka, tapos ganyan lang ikot, pagkano? More or less, how much po? Wala po bang mag-iikot? Tay? Saan galing yung isdang yan, Tay? Saan galing yung isdang yan? Ay, talaga po. Matagal na kayo dito, Tay? Ha? Matagal na?
Kami ang ginawa.
Oo. So, kailan pwede sumakay ng bangka? Bukas, usually anong oras po?
Umaga po.
Umaga? Ayan, 200 pesos daw ako lang mag-isa pag magbabangka, ano. Pero yung malaking boat, mga nasa 30 katao daw magkasya. Magkano kaya yon? So, medyo mahal yun. Yan, ang ganda dito siguro pag gabi, no? Pero sana ma-develop po ito. Pwede na siya pasala ng mga tao. you been wondering what I do aside from what you know?
We will be having ukulele videos.
There you
with
go.
lots
That
of
was just an
mistakes.
excerpt of what I usually do from morning until it moves on to afternoon until evening. But wait up, this one is really just part of what I love to do. Hindi siya treated as work, but it's a passion. You also go out from different parts of the country, kahit na mahirap, kahit kulang sa budget minsan, and of course, the people. But thankfully, there has been a lot of past students and even till now who has been assisting us in this. Looking at these cases, we should change people's mindset about kindness. As long as their mindset remains the same, it won't work. We should change their mindset that kindness is great. And if you're kind, you will be paid excerpt of what I really love to do, and I'm not treating that as work. Now is self-care, self-love, advocating women to love themselves more. Not just because I'm advocating mental health, but this is for women, men, and even our grandparents, lolas, and two workers at home who has been taking care of our children really needs to have a break. So, no perfect parents, just like me. I also commit mistakes, but making time for these children, for your children, for my children, is always a massive. No excuses. Kahit pagod ka na, kahit kapoy na kayo, no? Because we're advocating health on our minds and functions. So, hindi lang physically, no? Matambok, maniwang, it's not just on the external, but internal, kung anong nasa loob ng ating isipan ay importante din. So, we make sure we balance all these things, and that most importantly, we as caregivers at home can also do that and be healthy mentally. Now it's getting back to work. You'll see excerpts of what we do and what we should.
Pagkakataon tulong sa mga napipot na gano'n at siguro sila ay pipilit sa
My advocacy towards mental health is not just for myself, but as well as for my family and in the future and the next generation. Kung merong
Would you believe, Dai, that there are
word of
instruments
mouth
given
sa
to us?
information, ma-educate at di na matakot ang tao. Dili mahadlok no sa mga tao na nagkaroon ng depression, because there is a way to manage that, and kinahanglan na moduol ta sa mga tamang tao o sa mga eksperto. So thankfully sa atong free sessions on Fridays na ay mga good, great people who are helping us out with it. So an excerpt of this will be part of this vlog. Kita mag-isa, sinong kausap mo kanina? Ha?
She's Sombreveno, registered psychologist, and yung work ko po ngayon ay very wide yung aking ginagawang trabaho. I talk to different people, no? Sa military, hindi ko pa nasubukan. But seafarers, yan, nasubukan ko ng makausap, and white people from Luzon hanggang Visayas, no? Dahil online ngayon, we have the access to give services. But yan, what's given to me by, hindi ko po alam yung name nyo, ma'am. Kung ano man yung mga sa participants natin, I'm not sure, are you student, mothers, father, or brother, or sister, no? Yan, so here, gusto ko lang explain muna konti about what is mental health, being in the field of the mental health. So, mental health is just as important as our physical health. Connected po yan. Hindi po pwedeng maghiwala yung ating katawan at yung ating mental health. Okay, they're connected. And what's the definition of mental health? It is a state in which yung individual realizes yung potential, yan, and can cope with with normal stresses of life. Yan, kung meron tayong stress, kaya ba natin mawala yung stress somehow? Kahit andun siya, or kaya ba natin mag-go on with our life? And can work productively and fruitfully and is able to make a contribution to the community. Kung tayo ay nakakaalagaan natin yung sarili, and also we can contribute to the community, nakapag-work tayo, nakapag-aral tayo, we can lead, we can guide, yan. That's the help, okay? Makita natin dito, meron po ba kayong nakitang word na crazy dito sa slide? Yan, anyone? Or baliw, ganyan. May nakita po ba kayo? Baka pwede po kayong mag-chat para alam ko na present kayo. Yan. Can you see any word na ganun? Yes, no?
Masarap, diba? Kain. Kuya, madami pa dito, kuya, oh.
Bawang ng cut. Sulit, ang daming rice. Why don't put this in your cut? Kawawa si Kuya. Sorry, Kuya. Takot na takot kasi sila po.
And then, nabusog kami sa ulam. This is Daraita and Sophia.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Popcorn. Magkano yan? 30. Tsaka, be. Yan. Salamat. Yung pakaramdam na malapit ka sa Daraitan, kuya. Kuya. Di ba maganda yung lugar ninyo? So, anong pakaramdam? Maraming tao pumupunta dito, diba? Masaya? Pag maraming dayo? Masaya. Sige, salamat. Kain. Ano yun kuya? Inununan?
How my phone?
On the road kami kakain. Sa restaurant along the road as well. Ayan. So,
Pwede mo ako bilan?
dapat Girl Scout, Boy Scout tayo pag andito tayo. But, dun sa baba, you'll see a lot of beautiful views.
Uy!
May pagkain kayo, be? Ayun, kuha. Tingin po sa pagkain. Ano po ang pakaramdam na taga dito po kayo at maganda na yung road natin kumpara noon? Kasi una naming punta doon dati, talagang bato-bato. Diba? Ngayon ano na siya. So yun, ano pong feeling pag nasa daraitan po?
Wala, ako pa naman, ano pa lang dito, mag-isang taon pa lang. Eh, siyempre maganda, kasi okay na yung kalsada natin. Saka yung mga views, maganda.
Ganda. Maraming tao din na pabalik-balik dito po.
Marami ako, kasi pagdating ng weekend, marami yan. Biyernes, Sabado, Linggo, ganun marami.
Okay, sige, thank you po. Magkano nga yung ulam nila? Yung serving? 45? 45? 45-30, ganun. Ayan, magugusog ka na. So, yan lang po. Daraitan areas. Ang alam ko, may restaurant din doon at may kainan doon sa pinakatuktok. So, kung nagkukotse kayo, tap naman, then that's much better.
I like your eyes, you look away when you pretend not to care. I like the dimples in the corners of the smile that you wear. I like you more, the world may know, but don't be scared. 'Cause wise men say only fools rush.
Anong sabi mo? Ikaw yung sinayang ko.
It is our pleasure to be of service to our partners.
Integrated National High School Sampaloc, Tanay, along with Zui Zai Family Wellness, yours truly as the spokesperson of the Wellness, Coach Kai, JP. This is supported and backed up by the great Dr. Jonathan P. Izquierdo, the principal of the school. Sir, thank you very much, as always, believing that we can deliver the right message to the crowd. With one goal, along with the guidance counselor, GC Shine De Vera, who told us that this is to raise awareness about mental health and promote seeking behaviors and emotional well-being practices. Along with Zui Zai Family Wellness, we're extending our kindness and most of all our love and compassion with this kind of work. Most of the things we do are actually for free, and this is because we wanted people not to be afraid to talk about mental health concerns, and not just about mental health concerns, generally things that matters to her, to him, and to all of us. Again, I'm Coach Kai, JP. We have been in the area for quite a while, spreading the points of view or views from different experts, which means we have to invite other doctors and other life coaches and other experts in the field of psychology to help us out as well in this mission. We wanted to help out as much as possible for free. We invited, as what I've said, to add learning and awareness to be able to iron out the fear of talking about mental health illnesses and issues on this. So if we talk about mental health concerns, this is not just about the disorders, but this is about what kind of family we are into and how the environment plays a vital role when it comes to issues like this. Tayong mga Pilipino, ayaw nating pag-usapan ng mga ganitong bagay kasi makikita natin kung gaano katotoo ang mga pinag-uusapan. I am also witnessed of things na sabihin na lang natin ayaw nating makita at marinig. But dahil sa trabaho at sa exposure natin, kailangan nating harapin ang realidad ng mga bagay na ito. Today, it is a pleasure to be with you, dear mentors of Integrated National High School, parents, and to the students of the school. Once again, to the dear principal, sir, thank you for this, and to GC Shine De Vera for being so supportive as well. When we talk about emotional health, we suddenly can shift attention to saying, I'm okay. Okay lang ako. Or, I'll be fine. No? Para pag tinatanong, okay ka? Kumusta ka? Okay lang ako. Kahit alam natin na mabigat ang ating mga naramdaman. I'm fine, or keeping things to ourselves and open it up to the people dear to us. We're all afraid of judgments, conclusions made by people when we decide to open up. Lalo na sa mga kabataan natin ngayon na ayaw nilang magalit ang kanilang mga magulang sa tuwing may sasabihin sila o may itatanong tungkol sa mga bagay-bagay sa ating buhay. Unang-una, before moving on, I'd like to emphasize that no one can be perfect, even professionals like us. Mentors can never be perfect as well. Lalo na po tayong mga magulang, we also have our little mistakes and those pitfalls na kailangan nating tingnan. So, normal po na magtanong, normal pong magtaka, at normal pong mawala sa landas, at normal din pong minsan ay ayaw nating sumunod. So today, we have exciting topics to feature from our dear guest, an additional guest this afternoon or today. It means you're aware of your emotions when you wanted to open up. We can deal with them. We can deal with them whether they're positive or negative. Usually, tayo po, We wanted to deal with the positive emotions most of the time and forgetting about our negative emotions, which really drains us so much. So magtataka na lang tayo, why am I feeling so tired when I have been sleeping, for example, all day? So whether it's negative again or positive, emotionally healthy people feel stressed, anger, and sadness. So if you feel those kind of emotions, then that is part of emotionally healthy people. But we should know how to manage these negative feelings. When we talk about these negative feelings, we go on to the word mental health includes what? Emotional, psychological, and social being. It affects how we think, how we feel, how we act. It also determines how we handle stress. So yung ibang tao na he cannot handle stress, cannot actually sleep, no? Hindi siya nakakatulog ng maaga. O kung hindi nakakatulog ng maaga, talagang walang tulugan yun. There are things to know why. It's not just because of the intake of a medicine or a drink, for instance. There are underlying reasons, or a drink, for instance. There are underlying reasons could be. So, it also helps determine how we handle stress, is what I've said, relate to others, and make choices when we have this mental health and emotional, psychological thing na pinag-uusapan. Mental health is important at every stage of our life, kahit anong edad. Hindi po exempted ang aking edad, ang edad na 50 years old, ang 60 years old, even the aging mommy and daddies, and especially the young people. So when we talk about this emotional, psychological, and social well-being, kasama po dito ang salitang anxiety, a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with uncertain outcomes. He felt urge of anxiety, nanglalamig, nanginginig. I think at one point I was able to talk to some of the students in the school way back, that was last year, where I was able to also share what really this topic, no, paano siya work, how does it feel, and how does it affect people sa loob. Sa labas, we could always look beautiful and handsome, ma'am and sir. Sa ating mga kabataang magaganda, matatalino, at mga gwapo. Now, we could always look like we're okay, but inside, we're bleeding, dumudugo, masakit sa loob. Or, nagigising ka, you wake up and you feel different from the other, or yesterday, and it could be not the same anymore. So, dito papasok ang salitang emotional surgery and emotional first aid. Strategies of dealing with emotional difficulties encountered before and after your concerns. Dito na rin papasok ang ating mga tanong kung bakit nangyari ito. At tinatanong po ng ating mga energetic at mga supportive na guidance counselor ng inyong school, saan ang ating mga magulang. Bakit kayo laging tinatanong kung bakit, why do we always ask and involve our parents? Anong ginawa? What was before and what was now? Kung baga kung ano yung past, it affects the being or the situation at the moment, for example. So when we talk about this emotional surgery and emotional first aid strategies, this includes how to relieve stress without modifying anything that you have been doing. For example, yung iba magsa-stress eating. Yung iba naman, meron ng unhealthy behavior because of the experiences of anxiety and so on. Right? And next, overcome hurdles, establishing a consistent exercise program, for example. Or we deal with negative reactions from people around us and from our friends maybe or family members. And of course, we will be dealing with prevent and relapse and the psychological tricks that will help us all. So today, I would like to introduce the speakers. The first speaker will be Sir Val Castellano, an aftercare specialist and clinical specialist. for always helping us out. Also to Dr. Fields de la Cruz, a clinical psychologist and the author of the book Emotional Surgery and Emotional First Aid in the Philippines. So, we hope we can send out the right message to you guys. If you have questions or personal concerns, please send it to 0998-1926-370, or you can message us at Facebook Zui Zai Playhouse or Zui Zai Family Wellness. Thank you very much. Please listen to the speakers. This is from Zui Zai Family Wellness. Maraming salamat po.
Hi guys, I came back for my self-care and finding time for myself on a Sunday after I meditated, after I did some breathing on my own. I didn't necessarily go to a coffee shop or a restaurant or something, a place where you get to pay entrance fee and stuff. It was more of riding on my own on a vehicle, and that's it.
My mom and dad waited just a little
That's
longer.
finding
My parents received
time
a
for
text
myself.
letting them know that
As I get older, I get to realize that you don't necessarily spend time with, the person every single day and every weekend. It's not so necessary at times, only when necessary maybe. But, you get to realize that you grow older, you want to be alone, not because you're sad or you want separation. It's just that self-care is having your own time.
The nurse told
Alright?
me that was an IV. Mama, I love you.
I love you too, anak.
There are wounds that never show in the body that are deeper and more hurtful than anything that bleeds. The conflict between the will to deny horrible events and the will to proclaim them aloud is a central dialectic of psychological trauma. The psychological distress symptoms of traumatized people simultaneously call attention to the existence of an unspeakable secret and deflect attention from it. This is more apparent in the way traumatized people alternate between the feeling numb and reliving the event. The dialectic of trauma gives rise to complicated, sometimes uncanny alteration of consciousness.
Ako nang mamatay. Tama na. Tama na. Sino ba kayo? Sino kayo? Wag pa. Tama na. Mama. Tama na po. Maawa kayo. Ito na nga ba ang sinasabing buhay? Nakakalito minsan kung ako ba ay tulog, gising, o di ko alam. Nawawala ba ako? Nasaan ba ako? Sino nga pala ako?
Bakit ako nag-iisa ngayon?
Empty and alone. Still can't get past all the sadness and the crimes I've left. Help me, I'm scared. 'Cause the one thing on my mind is for me to disappear.
Looking at these cases, we should change people's mindset about kindness. As long as their mindset remains the same, it won't work. We should change their mindset that kindness is great, and if you're kind, you will be paid back in kindness. We should make kindness grow in this society. As technology grows faster, it should be easier to spread kindness. In little ways, we can heal sadness, anxiety, depression, and even heal our traumas. Conceptualized by Zui Zai Family Wellness and CK. Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
Sentani?
How are you today?
I don't
Do you plan
understand.
to speak English? Do you
teka
like
lang
to
po.
learn English aside from being
I
what
don't
you
think
are
so.
now?
I don't know. I
Do
don't
you
know.
understand?
Sorry.
Can
I
you
don't
hear
know.
me?
Share a meal for a day from Zuizai Fam Wellness.
Share a meal for a day from Zuizai
from
Family
Zuizai
Wellness.
Fam Wellness.
Supporters and donors, family and friends. To Mom Lugto and family, to Sir Arnel and Mom Marge, Teacher Amina, Engineer Marlita C. Balanlayos, Doc Babes Balanlayos and family, to Mom Ida Amen and family, also to Mom Pangatungan and family, to our facilitators Val, Sam and his friend, also to Sis Jonalyn Casol. Thank you very much. We truly care. Zuizai Family Wellness.
care.
This is after almost almost less than 3 years after COVID, and I get to finally eat outside. Yeah, and those are people.
Am I officially back?
So let's eat. I think I got this. I got a beautiful girl with me, and the chicken sauce set. In the play area. Dami kong nakain. Louis has a simple meal, but I kind of like chicken sausage, spicy sauce, and it's been almost 2 years. I've been carefully eating right. Today I'm gonna really eat a lot.
Coach Kai Life Ideas 2022.
150 pesos for this.
Oh my, see how beautiful my daughter, Sophia. Well, I got 2 beautiful girls, and that doesn't mean that makes me a perfect mom as well, or a parent. We could choose to be a good parent, a bad one, and show some more good examples and bad examples. At the end of the day, it's our choice. In my case, I make sure that they're with me because my other daughter is kind of sick, which means since birth, we both almost died at the year 2015. And maybe in my other vlogs, I can share that. Thankfully, these 2 girls sing along, dance along with me. Kahit simpleng bagay, sinasabayan nila. Kakulitan ko, kakulitan nila. I'm trying to also make sabay with that. But there's some days that I can't write on what they really love and like. And so I hold my peace, you know? And I think that's one biggest challenge as parents. A lot of books and write-ups when it comes to parents are just around the corner. But when you try to put on things together, yeah, it all makes sense. But then the question would be if it works for your children and my children. Well, the question now is, do you ever get tired being a mother and a father or a guardian? There are days when I really get tired and I kind of shout and, yell at myself and people around me. And I realize that's unhealthy. And so it starts from scratch ka na naman, no? Balik ka na naman sa scratch. And that's when you find time more of your self-care, self-love, and try to boost yourself. Yung iba, hindi sila naniniwala sa ganun. But the process tells us that when we spend so much time of making love for ourselves, I'm not talking about making love with someone else, right? If your husband or your partner and loved ones are far away from you, it's more of trying to be romantic to yourself, loving yourself as a mother or a father or as a guardian or as a person in general. I can't love my children more if I don't do that. I cannot show them how beautiful the world could be and maybe a simpler version of life that we have. Our life is so simple that I cannot tell them that, life is lesser or less happier when you are not rich and just enough for you to eat 3-4 times a day. And God bless us. It's God's way of showing people how to be humans, maybe. And people ask so many questions just like me. Are you there, God? When I look up my 2 girls, the answer would always be a yes. Life, time, and love. Coach Kai Life Ideas. Like and subscribe.